Another comment that I had on a video is, how do I advertise my bounce house rental business, or how did I? So I'm just going to go over a few things that I think are important when you're advertising and what you need to do. I actually never paid for advertising for the bounce house rental business, but some of the things that you'd want to do is get a website and a Google listing with a map, Google Maps listing. So you want that. Those are two very important things. And the other one is social media. So get those set up and try to create a lot of tags for things that people are going to be searching. There's a lot of different names for bounce houses. People call them a bunch of things, so make sure to put those in your tags, like moon bounces, water slide, inflatable water slide, bounce house. There's a lot of different names, so make sure you put all that, and then when people search it, yours pops up. And on social media, you want to make sure to take good pictures and take a lot of pictures and post often. Not too often that people get annoyed of your posting, but often enough that it reminds people, especially in the summertime, that you're in business. Reminds people you're in business. You'll get a customer here and there, and eventually you'll build a large clientele. So really focus on online and get it so that you're searchable and people can find you. Another thing that I did that actually got me quite a few customers is when I clean them and dry them, because water ones you wouldn't always have the time to dry them and clean them on site. So you set them up. I set them up in my front yard. So I didn't do this on purpose. I just didn't have my backyard finished yet, my lawn in. But I'd set them up in the front yard, and people would stop like all the time and ask me for if I rented them and what my number was, because they were up all the time. So that's one thing you can do. And I think the most important thing is to do a good job. So do a good job when you go set up, stake it down correctly, arrive. So what does it mean to do a good job? You need to arrive with a clean unit. So a clean inflatable, you need to come on time, and you need to be reliable and show up. Those are, I mean, it's pretty obvious and pretty simple, but if you do those things, then people will want to use you again, and people just will tell other people about your business. And another thing you can do is have friendly service. Just be nice. Don't, when the customer wants you to do something that's a little weird, like move the inflatable once you've already set it up, you just gotta kind of be friendly to an extent. The first year is the hardest year, and then after that you're set, because you have to get all your customers, right? You're starting from scratch. You have to get every single customer. Your second year, a lot of your customers or clients, whatever you want to call them, will book with you again as long as you do a good job and you give them a reason to book with you again, right? You did a good job for them, and you have nice clean units. So yeah, the second year and the third year, it just gets easier and easier. I never paid for advertising because people would just want to keep, and a lot of customers will rent yearly, and even some of them will rent multiple times in a year. So you get a few customers like that, and you have quite a busy year just from a customer or two. And some of those customers turn into, oh, I also work at the school, and we want to do a party, and it kind of creates that more opportunities the more you do. So it kind of just keeps getting better and better. It goes exponential. So you start advertising, and then you get too busy, and you just keep adding units. And that's kind of what I did. Is I started with 3 my first year, then I had 9, then I had 16, and then I had 21. And even with 21, I still didn't reach the capacity, or I still had to turn people away on Saturdays. So those are things that I would do. That's what I did, and it worked for me. Your area might be different. You might have to pay to jumpstart your advertising with Facebook or Google. You can kind of just try some different things. I've tried a lot of things over the years with all my businesses, and I feel like just doing a good job and taking good pictures and posting regularly, you'll get the business you need. This video was based on a comment, so if you guys have questions or want to know more about bounce house business, Just comment below and I'll try to answer your questions in a video, or I'll comment back to you.